Facundo Pellistri to Granada is going to happen in hours. Fabrizio Romano hinting on it, and very many other sources that went ahead to obviously break the story earlier today. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. It's the first video of the day, and I'm going to obviously bring you more and more videos because lots of stories are being brought in here for you. Remember, Granada is the side where the boy called Alvaro Fernandez has been, and everything has gone ahead to be confirmed, and soon it's gonna be a done deal. Now, we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum. Continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, let's see close to how many people are left to today that we hit 17,000 subscribers on this channel. Let's continue subscribing, guys. Now, before we get into the story of Facundo Pellistri, let's first talk about Granada, where Facundo Pellistri is really going. Remember, Alvaro Fernandez has been playing at Granada, and Benfica has gone ahead to come in through with a very fat offer, and we've been told by a baller coming in from Portugal that Benfica are set to announce the signing of Alvaro Fernandez on loan with an option to buy for 6 million euros. That is it. So United have gone ahead to agree a deal with with Benfica, and all they want is a buyback clause of 6 million euros, and there is a percentage onto the sell on. If at all they really continue, if at all they sell him out, then it will happen in the best of United, because there is a percentage that will obviously come in through to the side of Man United. Then Chris Whaler, football writer for the Daily Mail, has told us that Benfica have an £8.6 million to buy clause in loan deal for Alvaro Fernandez. Manchester United have a sell-on clause and a buyback clause included in the deal. So you see exactly how United has gone ahead to really benefit twice, you know. So if Alvaro Fernandez excels there, a lot will happen to the side of Man United, because United will first get in £8.6 million, you know, in the summer. Then after the £8.6 million, if they happen to sell him out, there is a percentage that United will get, and I know it's around 10-20%. Then if United happens to want to buy him back in a period of like 2 years, they'll have to pay only 6 million euros. That is it. So we wait and see how that pans out, but that's why I wanted to obviously let you know that Granada is where Alvaro Fernandez has been playing for. And why am I talking about Granada? Because it's where Facundo Pellistri has agreed to go on and really start playing the game of football. And Manchester United has tried to have a very good go with teams in Spain like Granada, because Alvaro Fernandez, by the way, has gone ahead to play a huge number of games, and those games have gone ahead to lead to him going to Benfica to be one of the left backs. Remember, Benfica lost their left back, known as Grimaldo, to Bayern Leverkusen, and they're looking in for left back, and this guy takes all the boxes for them. Now, let's go to Facundo Pellistri. A story was first reported by Matteo Mercato. Granada are in talks with Facundo Pellistri. In the coming days, contacts will take place with Man United to try to advance the deal. That's what we got in there for you. He was the first person to break the story. Fabrizio Romano went ahead and said Granada have asked for Facundo Pellistri on loan until the end of the season, and that's where everything really started from. And the team of Facundo Pellistri had to sit and really contemplate on the deal that was put on their table. And guess what happened? You know, it really came out to be one of those moments that Facundo Pellistri went ahead to contemplate on it, and he came up with a positive answer. And then Matteo Morato came out and confirmed us that Facundo Pellistri has decided to join Granada. The only thing missing is the agreement between clubs, and that is something great for Facundo Pellistri and his side. Then even Uruguay fee charges, you know, meaning that it's a credible source reporting from Uruguay, and Uruguay is the country where this guy was born and bred from. That is Facundo Pellistri. They confirmed us that Facundo Pellistri to Granada on loan is set to be completed in the next hours. That is something important that we all needed, obviously, come out here and obviously iron out. That is it. So, as it stands, a decision has been taken. Facundo Pellistri is going to be a player of Granada until the end of the season. We don't know whether the loan is going to be having an option to buy, or he's just going to return to the club of Man United. But there is a condition that United is setting for Facundo Pellistri to obviously leave on loan, because if he goes, I think we'll be left with just 1 year on his contract and a further to trigger. So what United want is, before he goes, they want to improve his contract, you understand, and make him extend more years at the club of Man United. That is Facundo Pellistri for you. And he has been a journeyman ever since he came in through the club of Man United. And he was loaned to Alvarez, you know, I think for like 1.5 seasons was playing there. Then he returned. When Erik ten Hag was here, as they're planning to loan him, he really got an injury, and he returned and really played very well in some games. For example, the game of we are playing which team? Rio Betis. He played close to 90 minutes, and he was really getting a very good goal. He's a very good player. Ten Hag trusts in him. He was signed in 2020, you know. He was signed in 2020 with Amad Diallo, Edson Cavani, Teles. So that's the squad of people that really came in through. But it looks like he has been really very unlike at Man United, because Ten Hag likes him, but he doesn't really prioritize him. That is it. And this loan will see him really leave and go ahead to get enough playing time at Granada. And Granada has been really very real to the club of Man United, because Alvaro Fernandez, who has now gone ahead to obviously join Benfica, has been playing game in, game out at Granada, meaning that they want to see Facundo Pellistri performing at the grand stage. And Granada is really a very good team. Maybe he can put in performances like those of Mason Greenwood that is putting up at the side of Getafe. And I'm not really okay, by the way, with that move to Granada. I think would have gone ahead to look out for Premier League teams that would have gone ahead to see it that this guy plays there. And I know teams are there in the Premier League that are willing to give this guy a go. But if it's as far as his development is concerned, then he deserves to go where he's going to get enough playing time. But these questions are loans, because when a player is loaned to the La Liga, that means on the other side that maybe the club doesn't have plans of really using this player in the team. You get? But he has shown us that every time he's gone ahead to come on through, Facundo Pellistri has been the real guy onto the season. Now he leaves the right attacking side of the midfield position for Amad Diallo and Anthony to tussle it out for it. And we're going to wait and see who is going to win the battle. And the other story about this is that Villarreal had gone ahead to obviously register interest. And I think the reason as to why United have gone ahead to obviously snub the side of Villarreal is simple. Villarreal wanted to get Facundo Pellistri on loan with an option to buy, something that United said no to. So it looks like it's really a confusing state in which we are right now at the club of Man United. But all in all, we are waiting to see how things are really gonna happen, you know, at the club of Manchester United. But for me, a huge decision is gonna be made by the club of Manchester United and the new head of operation staff, that is the Ineos, onto the transfer of this guy. Because for Hannibal, United only had what we call an option to buy with a sell-on clause. Then Ineos had to approve it, and they told Sevilla that if at all we had to approve this deal, there should be a buyback clause. You get? Because there is the way they look at Hannibal as a very talented player. So it shows you that having top people at the club who really know what the game of football is and how to run it is really very important. And these guys are really doing wonders at the club of Man United, and they're giving us vibes of how a club should be run. So guys, your thoughts on Facundo Pellistri to Granada transfer happening in hours are welcome in the comment section below. Do you agree with that transfer? I know most of you are going to get pissed, especially people who are watching this channel. We love Facundo Pellistri. I do love him a lot. I believe he deserves to get his chance, but looks like that is not there. That is not there, and it's not gonna happen. So I say that for now. See you later. May the living God bless you abundantly. Don't forget to subscribe. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We sign out.